Liverpool's summer transfer window is so wild. They turned their attention to another striker out there that is lethal because of the Isak situation and everything. Nunez out, Chiesa out, and Osimhen in, along with another defender, Marc Guehi, who people are already accepted defeat that he's joining Liverpool, but he needs assurances, but we'll talk about that. But before we talk about what is going on with Liverpool, how their summer transfer window might be one of the best windows we have ever seen in the Premier League, I want you to make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on the way to 35,000 subscribers with your help. Of course, the like button underneath the comment section, it look like thumbs up. So hit that like button. It helps the video, helps the algorithms. And also let me know in the comments, do you think Osimhen is the right one for Liverpool if Isak is not coming? Like, let's start by, first of all, why is our Liverpool not actually targeting Isak? It was reported that the deal for Isak is not viable. They wanted Isak. It was his dream move. But it looks like Newcastle are demanding so much money, and it will be hard to actually have Newcastle sit at the table for something maybe less than 150 million pounds. Liverpool dream in signing Isak is shattered, but the world doesn't end here. Yes, Isak would have provided something completely different. He's one of the best strikers in the world at the current moment. Arguably, him and Haaland are the best two strikers in the league at the current moment. However, it is not viable. Liverpool cannot do it. And what Isak was going to offer Liverpool is something that I don't think they can find in any other striker in the world. However, Liverpool moved on. And they moved on to Osimhen, Victor Osimhen, the guy who scored 37 goals and had 8 assists on loan in the Turkish league last season. He wants to leave Napoli. He doesn't have a place under Antonio Conte, and there is no better destination than him, than Liverpool. To be honest with you, there is no better place for him than playing next to Salah, in front of Verts, in front of McAllister, and I think he will light up the Premier League, in my opinion, if he joins. The deal, as it's reported, that Liverpool are offering Nunez, are offering Chiesa in an even exchange. However, Napoli wants 17 million pounds in order to make the deal, because they want the full release clause of Osimhen, which is 67 million pounds. And Liverpool value Nunez and value Chiesa at about 50. So Liverpool don't want to pay the whole 67 million pounds. And in terms of like financial demands from Osimhen, it looks like Osimhen is open to join Liverpool, as is reported in Italy, that he can go and because he wants to stay in Europe. He snubbed Al Hilal. He doesn't want to join the Saudi League. He wants to stay in Europe for the coming seasons, and there is no better place than Liverpool. Osimhen, to be honest, he's so dominant in the air, and a lot of people have criticized him and actually have not watched him enough. And Osimhen with Napoli, the season they won the league, people say, oh, he's only good in spaces. Absolutely not. Because I'm telling you from now that Napoli team under Spalletti were the highest position-based team in Italy for close to 68% ball position. So that proves that he doesn't have spaces. He didn't have spaces, and he played in very tight spaces. And that is what Liverpool will do. Liverpool are looking to be dominant. Liverpool are looking to play on the front foot, of course, with their team. They are looking to smother the opposition. And Osimhen link-up play is good. And if you don't watch, don't talk, because you don't know, to be honest with you. He's very good in the link-up play, dominant in the air, can work in tight spaces as well. And he is absolutely lethal. He might come in and be one of the best strikers in the league instantly. And I think he makes Liverpool absolutely complete, of course, with Mohamed Salah, as I mentioned, and Verts and McAllister behind him in the midfield with Gravenberch. And in my opinion, if Liverpool pull out this and they get Osimhen, we got to ask the question, why other teams are not in for Osimhen? What are they afraid of? Are they afraid for the attitude? The guy played in the Turkish league and absolutely was lethal. Just get the footballing ability and try to blend him in the team, of course. I actually think that this will be absolutely phenomenal, to be honest. Osimhen is a focal point. Osimhen has better finishing than Nunez, better finishing than a lot of strikers in the league. His movement is so elite. He's quick. He's physically very, very, very strong. You know what? And Osimhen and Wirtz, they may be together, can replace Salah if Salah leaves in 2 years. Because at that time, you will need a striking force that will be able to get you probably 50 GA. And I believe that Osimhen, with Wirtz behind him, with McAllister, can provide that. And then Liverpool can look for the replacement for Salah on the right side, because in 2 years, we know that Salah might leave in 2 years. He renewed his contract. So maybe that is the right move for Liverpool. You know what I mean? Will Slot be able to actually get Osimhen in check, get Osimhen under control? I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section. Excuse me. Do you think Osimhen will fit in that Liverpool team, or he will disturb them? I genuinely think that if he goes to Liverpool, there will be players like Salah, there will be players like McAllister, Van Dijk, and they will be able to keep him in check without a shadow of a doubt. But Liverpool are not stopping there. Liverpool are not only trying to look for a striker. We know the Konate situation. He has 1 year left in his contract, and he's targeted by Real Madrid. And I genuinely believe that they need a defender. However, they are targeting Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace, who has 1 year left at his contract. And Crystal Palace are so keen to move the player and cash in on the player before he see out the contract at the end of next season and he leaves on a free. The problem is Marc Guehi, who is a top defender. I rate Marc Guehi a lot. He was England's best defender in the Euros when he played. But he wants assurances that he will start, because this is a World Cup year and he wants to guarantee a place in the England national team under Thomas Tuchel. I believe that he can come in and battle Konate for a starting place next to Van Dijk. That is, in my opinion. Maybe Liverpool can sign another defender. They can sell Konate for money and get Marc Guehi, that because Konate might leave on a free at the end. And I'm not saying that Marc Guehi is equal to Konate, but Marc Guehi has experience, very good defender next to Van Dijk. He can learn from him. And I believe it will be a phenomenal move for Liverpool. But there are news out there from Arsenal camp that Marc Guehi has actually chosen Liverpool. We know that Arsenal were in for him and he chose Liverpool for his destination. But again, he wants a first team guaranteed start. And listen, all I have to say is that he's a very good defender, very strong, great one-on-one. He provides coverage, he provides experience, leadership as well. And that will be along with Van Dijk, an amazing duo. But I have another suggestion, to be honest with you. What if Liverpool play three at the back with Guehi, Konate, and Van Dijk? We know that Kerkez and Frimpong are both flying fullbacks. They're basically wingbacks more than fullbacks. So maybe that guy, Marc Guehi, can give Liverpool options to actually switch to three at the back. Some games, of course, and maybe he actually can battle Konate. I genuinely think that. And also, there is one more thing about Marc Guehi that I didn't speak about, is that he's very good on the ball, and that will suit Liverpool to the T, because they need defenders that can play the ball, that can actually move the ball forward, that actually can do things on the ball, play diagonal, dribble in the midfield, step into the midfield, because of the high line they play and how they build from the back. Listen, all I have to say is that Osimhen fixes Liverpool attack. Marc Guehi fixes the defensive hole in terms of the depth, because, you know, Kwanzaa left to go to Bayer Leverkusen, so now they need a defender. He's a long-term center back that can stay at Liverpool for a very, very long time, and that is something that Liverpool are looking for. But before we end the video, make sure to hit the like button, and wanted to ask you something. If you're a Liverpool fan, is that a fair deal? Chiesa, Nunez, 70 million to get Osimhen, and also, who would you start? If Marc Guehi wants to guarantee a start and Konate has 1 year left at his contract, would you sell Konate and buy Guehi, or would you actually get Guehi and start him next to Van Dijk, or would you stick with Van Dijk and Konate? Make sure to subscribe now if you're here. Hit the like button if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.